Mr. Trouble never hangs around when he hears this mighty sound.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Yes, sir, when there is a wrong to right, Mighty Mouse will join the fight. On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
Though we are in danger, we never despair, 'cause we know that where there's danger, he is there.
He is there on the land, on the sea, in the air. We're not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. We're not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way.
Elevenish. Good morning. Oh my god, I've got a funny screen thing. I have to click one button and it gets fixed. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is good and everybody's doing well. It's been a bit of a mad weekend. Like last 2 or 3 days has just been crazy. Welcome to episode 25, and we're 4 weeks and counting. Probably less, yeah, a little bit less actually. 4 weeks and counting until NYC. We're going to help out at some soup kitchens. I've wanted to help out at a soup kitchen for probably about, I don't know, 5 years, and never got around to doing it. Every time I've got in touch with the soup kitchen and said I want to help out, they never get back to me. They never do anything. It's like something. It happens a lot in the UK. I get in touch with agencies and stuff, and they just don't get back to you. So there's only so many times where you can do that, get rejected from like going and helping out, and from physically just turning up and saying I want to help. I'm not sure of the awkwardness of doing that on Christmas Day or whatever. So I thought we'd go over there early December, spend a week over there, and then come back and enjoy Christmas. Hello, Jack. I'm just going to lock this other seat because I'm doing a recording. So, yeah, the weekend's been mad. I booked the flights at the weekend for the three of us to travel over there. And I got the emails back from the company that we booked them with, which we booked with Kayak, which is kayak.co.uk, some flights, 3 flights. And the cheapest flight on Kayak was with a company called Travel Up. And they looked pretty legit. It looked all right to me. And then all of a sudden I had a real scary moment when I got an email from them saying, the email just looked really rough. I mean, it had the e-ticket numbers in there and everything else. So because of the way that email looked, I instantly went into investigation mode and looked into them and did a search for them and started seeing all these horror stories of people saying that they had problems in 2013 and this happened and that happened and all these other issues. So I was in full-scale panic mode that we'd been ripped off then. So I tried to get in touch with them via their Twitter account, got nothing back. Tried to get in touch with Kayak. Kayak got back and said, oh, look at our terms of service and blah, blah, blah. They didn't really help much. They sent me to a support page. And I've kind of had nothing back from those 2 accounts. So I went direct to United, which is the plane company that it's supposedly booked with. And I went on their website and put in the e-ticket number. The e-ticket number did work, but it sort of said you can't book in for 24 hours until 24 hours before the flight. So I'm like, I can't leave it 4 weeks if it's going to be a problem. So I got in touch with United via their Twitter account and sent them the details, and they checked it and said it was confirmed and booked. And then I said, can I have confirmation via email? They sent me confirmation via email, which all looks legit and fine and good. And they even upgraded us from economy to economy plus, so we've got more legroom, which is just awesome. But I've still had nothing back from that original company, and I don't think people realise the damage that it does in terms of their social media presence when somebody... I've got quite a reasonable amount of followers and I've been around for quite a long time. I'm not saying that I should be treated any better or worse than anybody else, but they should have some kind of social reaction thing in process. And if you look at their tweets, they have been tweeting recently saying, how's your Friday going? We love getting in touch with people, get in touch. It's obvious to me that weekends they don't do Twitter. Like, they must do Twitter as a side thing in their office. They don't have a dedicated social media team. And so I don't think they realise how much impact that has on recommendation. I don't think I would use this company again. I'm still on edge if the tickets are all sorted. United say it's booked. So I'm happy that United know they've got the booking and it's, they've upgraded us, and I've got a comms thing that if I rock up at the airport, they can see this and they can sort it out. So, I feel better about it than I did at the start, but I'm still on edge about the flights. So just a mini panic I had over the weekend, like literally full scale panic, like, oh, I've been ripped off and I've got no money and blah, blah, blah. And the anxiety that went over me of like, I've just spent some of this money that we've had donated on some flights that might just be fake was just the worst, the absolute worst. But loads of people brought me down. Ella was really cool, Dale was really cool, Megan was really cool, Chloe was really cool. Everybody's just come together, banded together to get stuff sorted out. We're about 140 quid, I think now, 146 quid from finishing our total, finishing the whole thing. So we haven't got long to go. I feel better now we've got the flights. All we need to do now is get the Airbnb sorted out, get Megan and Chloe's flights paid for getting into Birmingham, and then we're getting a National Express from Birmingham up to Heathrow, again, a hotel overnight, and then going in the morning on the Sunday. So far so good. I can't really complain. Today's been busy. Like yesterday's been busy as well. I had a Fiverr order come through. I've had two Fiverr orders come through actually. One $75 custom one and a $25 package, which was for some screencasts for a legacy company, which was kind of interesting. Hoping to do more work with them. I've got my bike up for sale, my electric bike, 450 quid, if anybody wants to buy it. I'm going to take some photos of it today, and I'll post some stuff on my Twitter account at Phil Campbell if you're interested in that. Make somebody a really good Christmas present. I really need to sell it. It's too much bulkiness in my caravan, and I don't use it enough, so it might as well go. So that's for sale. I'm kind of selling all of the things that I don't need at the moment, like literally what I don't need versus what I use, and what, my DSLR's gone. I've sold my camera, my DSLR, I sold that with all my lenses and everything. It's literally like just gone, got rid of. I'm working a shift today, so I'm working like 2 till 8, which is a bit, I don't enjoy the job. I don't enjoy doing temporary work. I don't enjoy, but at the end of the day, I've got to have some spending money and money for things when I'm over in New York for just that week. Even though we're going to be in soup kitchens and travelling around the city, I still need money for the subway and to grab some food if we don't eat at the food places, and the evening time and stuff like that. So it's just nice to have some money in your pocket. It's not a good idea to travel to another country with not much money in your pocket. So I'm working some shifts right up to the end of November. I'm also waiting on the confirmation from this charity of the payment for the first half of the project. I'm really, really excited about getting started on that, because it's really in alignment with a lot of the stuff that I've kind of been through or still going through in kind of mental health awareness. And then also setting up Slack and the integrations for like quite a big charity actually, and they want to use Slack and they want to know how they get the most out of it and the power out of it. So there's a lot of different channel setups, a lot of integrations, the Twitter, the Facebook, all the pictures. Like it's a lot of work. So hey Sarah, welcome. There's a few people sitting on the side. I'm just recording a video here which goes to my YouTube, so I don't normally have people in the chat, so you're welcome to stay. Hivage. I've been because I had to invoice for this job. I use a great service called Hivage, HIVEAGE.com, Hivage, and the best thing about Hivage is they now offer the ability to accept Bitcoin payments as well. It's an additional fee. You have to, I think it's like $4.95 a month to be able to receive Bitcoins. But you set up I think it was Bit. I'm trying to think of the name. Coinbase, yeah, that was it. It was Coinbase. So you set up a Coinbase account, you get all the API details, which are 2 lines of code, and then you paste those into Hivage, into the settings for the payments for the Bitcoin. And then if you want somebody to pay your invoice in Bitcoin instead of cash, then they can do that, and it goes straight into that wallet, that Bitcoin wallet, which is kind of cool. I haven't paid for it yet, but I feel like I'm living in the future with it a little bit. That now I've started with this client, and that client job's probably going to last me till maybe the end of February before Team Humble try and get themselves together to go to South by Southwest. We're going to see if we can get an RV from New York all the way up to Austin, Texas for March. So we've got a lot of work to do between the start of January and March to actually make that happen, because that's probably going to be more expensive than this trip has been. I mean, yes, it'll be the flights again, but then it'll be also the RV costs and the fuel costs. And, you know, there's a return flights from different places. It might just turn into a nightmare, so we'll see. So, yeah, we've got 4 weeks to go. I'm getting kind of excited now that the flight thing is pretty much sorted. I still need a few more confirmations back on that. The Airbnb, we've got a choice of 2 or 3 Airbnbs. We've started building Twitter lists for the food places, the food banks, and the places that are actually doing asking for volunteers to go. It was I think it was the 30th, maybe the 10th or the 30th, I can't remember, maybe the 10th actually, birthday of Food Bank NYC, and they were asking for volunteers because obviously it's very busy at Christmas time. So us as a group, all 4 of us are going to go there and help out a couple of days a week, maybe all week, depends on what they've got for us to do. And we'll be documenting it, periscoping it and vining it and Instagramming it, the usual kind of on-the-ground stuff. Talking about on-the-ground stuff, I finished my paid advocacy course, but I just need to upload a few more sections to it. And once I've uploaded those sections, then that'll be on offer for, I think it's going to be £19. So it's like a 70% reduction from, I got it on for 77 and it's going to be 19 quid for 72 hours. And then it's going to be part of the Black Friday sales for next week, it took me a lot of work, made me quite ill actually. I didn't sleep very well, and then I went straight into the flight stuff, so I was in a right old mess, anxiety and anxious and everything, all in a space of like 24 hours. But yeah, 4 weeks to go, still lots to do, but I'm getting through it. It's all cool. Like I say, we're still trying to raise money. I think it's 144 or something like that pound left. It's not a huge amount left, so I'm kind of happy that we've in the right direction. Got some money coming in from the charity. Still got a lot of things that I need to get sorted myself. I've got caravan fees that I need to pay because I was off for 10 weeks with my fractured wrist. So I'm playing catch up, but I feel like things are going in the right direction. I think it's been a lot of work and very stressful for a lot of people in the last 2 months as we've built up Team Humble, and we're just about to really in a couple of weeks time start building that up again. We've got the website to work on, we've got the shop to work on. There's always stuff to be worked on at the moment. I've got graphics to make in Canva to be able to promote stuff. Like I say, I've got the bike for sale. The GoPro's currently still up for sale. I've got another week, I think, on that. I've had a couple of offers for that, like 100 quid, but I'm not taking 100 quid for my GoPro. It cost me 350 quid. If it goes for like 150, 160, I'm not too bothered about that, because I want the Hero 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter if it goes. I've not used it as much as I should have used it, so I kind of feel like I'll get those things again at some other point. Also, I've got to wear trousers today, like, I don't know why, but I think they're doing some kind of inspection thing today, so that'll be interesting how that goes. Might not have a job after today, depending on how I do today. It's took me a bit of time. It took me last week to really catch up with all the pricing and the amount of ingredients that go in each sandwich, but it's a job, right? It's a job. Right, that's it, really. I want to get this done and out today and uploaded. I will catch up with you tomorrow. I want to get this pushed to YouTube, top and tail it, and then I'm going to nip out to the coffee shop. I need to get some more gas for my cooker. I need to tidy up a little bit. I also need to take some photos of my bike, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen this morning. It might do, it depends. I've got to do all my washing up and everything. The life of a single guy, eh? Pretty crazy. Alright, I will catch up with you soon, guys. Take care. Hope you have a good Monday. I'm feeling a little bit Mondayish today. Not had coffee today, but I'm on the tea. And still doing well with cutting out beer. What is it? It's the 9 days in. I've not had a drink for 9 days, which is pretty hardcore. Alright, I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.